Well, it's Friday, and I'll tell you, I'm so happy. Today was probably one of the slowest days, but the patterns were pretty damn good, I have to say. There were some big sell divergences on the 60-minute time frames, the 30-minute time frames. We saw some big sell reversals on Tesla and on Intel. But overall, I have to tell you that today's patterns were really basically when the highs were made today above the 30,200 level, and we saw the big sell divergences on the combined 30 and 60-minute time frames, trading the opening for the first hour and 15. That's when the patterns really were great. Also, there were some really great patterns in gold today. But overall, it was a day where you had to pick your spots right. The big pullback happened on the 15-minute time frame, right around the 1 o'clock time period. But again, we had really great patterns on the day. And the one thing I will tell you, though, I think it was the around 11:30, 12 o'clock time period when these oversold conditions really kicked in. Really panned out. So let me just start off by just showing you on the opening here. We saw Micron looking at the 60-minute time frame here, okay, and the 30-minute time frame. The 30-minute time frame on the push-up really ended up being like a roadblock. Remember, you could have multiple time frames. In this example, there was really only one time frame. It was the 30-minute time frame that caused the caboose. If you look at Intel here, you can see it was the 30-minute as well, pushing up above the 0687. If you look at the 15-minute time frame as well, the 15's right here on the opening. So there was the 15 and the 30. It was a combination of two time frames, and that's what was really important there. If you look at the S&P futures, you can see the 30-minute time frame, and I'll switch it over here, the 60s and the 30-minute time frames on the new highs here. You can see right at 9 o'clock, but this is the opening here. Where is it? 9:30, 78.31. You can see how the MACDs were slightly negative here, but again, really negative on the 60s. The same thing with the NASDAQ, had the identical same pattern. And then, basically, if you look at Cisco pushing up on the 60-minute time frame, Cisco pushed up here into this negative MACD on the 60. Look at the high, 15.95, and then dropped about $3. So again, really great pattern there. Let's see here. Tesla today. Tesla pushed up here. You can see Tesla really big here, filled the gap. But when Tesla got oversold here around the 35, under 36, I was calling longs 35 to 37 because on the new low here, you can see that the MACDs did not confirm the low on the 30 and on the 60-minute time frame, even though the 30 reversed to sell, which meant the 15s and 30 reverse to sell, means that the highs are in for the day. The 15 reverse to sell, but the 30s more or less really icing on the cake when the 30s reverse to sell there. And then you can see the new low here, the oversold condition into the positive MACDs. That's why Tesla rallied up from the 35.5, 36 up to 43. So a really great pattern there as well. The QQQs here, you can see the QQQs bullish on both the 15, the 30, and the 60s. The 30 and the 60s. But when the 15-minute time frame reversed to sell right here, there's an 85% chance again that the highs are in for the day, and bingo, the highs were in for the day. Same thing with DRAM, the 15 reversed, the highs were in for the day here. Also, the spiders reversing to sell on the 15-minute time frame. Beautiful bear flag right here into the negative MACD. I called that overbought condition into the negative MACD. Now look at the 30-minute time frame. Okay, 30s are still bullish here for now, and we'll see if so. Basically, this was a a bounce, you had a sell, you had a buy disconnect, but the MACD's being negative on the 15 to 30. When the 15 reversed to sell, that's a great strategy. You're short into that negative MACD. We shorted the NASDAQ, S&Ps above the 09 level, and they got absolutely cabooshed here. You can see the drop here, 76.82, and they dropped all the way down. They dropped about 12 points here. The stock of the day here that got absolutely cabooshed was Broadcom. Broadcom, look at this beautiful pattern. Dropped here, okay, and then you wait for the 5-minute time frame. Look at the overbought condition into the that's the 15. Let's look at the 5-minute first. We'll go to the 5-minute. So we got this really big push down here, and then you got this beautiful bear flag on the 5-minute. Same thing, 399.47. Never look back. You can see this beautiful bear flag. Negative MACDs, ADX is rising on the 5, 15, 30, and 60. Broadcom, absolutely cabooshed, pretty much. And then you can see another great bear flag here. And this bear flag, I believe, set up on the 15-minute time frame. Yep. So this happened right around the 12:20. And you can see this is the bear flag right here, 12:30. Beautiful. 395.89 and never look back. Look at that. Boom. An absolute beautiful pattern right there. Dropped all the way down to 91. Dropped about $4. A great pattern there. SanDisk, again, explosive up over 600 points. Now, SanDisk, you can see the 15 reversed to buy here, and then when it pushed down here, you got, again, with the MACDs above the pivot, you like to take shorts, wait for pullbacks, and then you got this oversold condition around 12:30 below the 16.15, and right there rallied $18 right there. And then we got another oversold condition at the end of the day, and then you got the big buy program. AMD was a Picasso. AMD was an absolute Picasso. You can see AMD reversing to buy, correlating with the 30 and the 60-minute time frame. Look at this long. I was jumping up and down like a baboon, telling people I would be looking to buy below 97. It pushed up to 02 and just kept on going and going and going. Ultimately rallied. Look at that, 97 up to 14, rallied 17 points off of that pattern. Okay, really great long there on AMD. NVIDIA, let's see what NVIDIA running into a brick wall here on this. If you look at NVIDIA today, you can see NVIDIA bring up the 30 and the 60-minute time frames. When NVIDIA pushed up here, you can see the push up here at 10:30. Again, the 30-minute time frames running into a brick wall. That 227.49, monster short above 227. If you look at the next bar, 30 minutes later, you can see the drop of almost $3 on NVIDIA. So another great pattern there. One last one, look at the gold, the GLDs. Even though the GLDs reversed to buy on the 30-minute time frame, we got some really great longs on the 15-minute time frame. Look at the push up here on the new high into the negative MACDs. We were shorting 44.50s, 44.49s, 44.51s on the gold, and look at the drop here on the gold, 403.29. Look at that drop. $18 on the gold short. So again, using the bigger time frames, understanding the divergences. Today, the story of the day was also, let me just show you the last one here, the QQQs, deeply oversold right here on the 30-minute time frame and the 60s. You can see the yellow dots here, still very strong. I knew the market was going to turn up from the lows. On the NASDAQ futures, I believe they got down to the 30,040 level. And again, you can see why it base. It was a slow day, but ultimately graduated and rallied off those 30 and 60-minute oversold conditions. So one to really be understanding how to use the bigger time frames in oversold conditions is really and overbought conditions into the positive or negative divergences. Okay. All right. When I get back, I'll tell you what I expect for Monday. So for Monday, I think I like to see the 30s and the 60-minute time frame still get a push up here. You got negative MACDs here. I think the rally is going to stall. I'm looking to short the world. If we do get a gap up, please, I would love that. I think that the market is ready to, and any push up there, I would be looking for shorts, especially on any new highs on these MACDs. If you look at the daily here, and I'll show it to you, we're up so much here, right? This gap's going to get filled between now and October. I truly believe that. So will this gap. I do believe here at 661, I believe we could get down to 610 potentially. I'm still looking for 26,000 on the Nasdaq. I know that sounds crazy, 4,000 points, but everybody's in the same trade here. And I just think that things are a little frothy right now, but we are coming into this seasonality where the markets tend to fade late August, September, and October. And I think he's going to win the midterms, and I think the market's going to rip. So hopefully, for the sake of all of us, I like to get a nice pullback here, anywhere between 6 and 8, 9%, and then you get a nice long, and then hold it, because I think 85 in 2027, I do think we're going to hit 8,500 on the S&Ps. All right. When I get back, I want to talk to you about one of my key words, and that's passion. So I saw a video last night on Instagram, and it talked about how Michael Jordan really was the premier person. Like, he wanted excellence. He wanted greatness. He wanted greatness not just with himself, but with the people that he played around. And when I've been doing this now, I'm on my 45th year, I come in here every day, and I am truly about wanting to be the greatest. I want to be the best. I want people around me to be great. I want all of you who are in my community to hit the ball out of the park. But it takes a certain desire, a work ethic, a mindset, a focus. All these things take hold. And this is how a champion is made and how a great trader is evolved. You need to have the will, this mindset, the strength, the focus, the attitude, the positive attitude, the confidence, and all the things that you need to be completely ferocious. You have a losing trade? Next! You just move on, and you don't let it, oh, I can't believe I lost that. No. Keep going. You keep going, you keep focused, and guess what? You're going to hit the ball out of the park. I'm telling you, I watch videos upon videos upon videos of a Michael Jordan. I've known the best traders in the world, okay? And this is what it takes. And this is my mindset every day. I come in here like an animal. I want to be the greatest day trader ever, right? I was told I was the best day trader for close to 4 years, okay? Now I want to prove it even at this stage of my life and in the age that I'm at 63 years old. But I don't really care about me more so. I want all of you to become great. And that's the mindset that you need to have, the focus, the intensity, the desire, the passion, no fooling around. You're in it to win it. You'll learn, you ask questions, and guess what? It will change your life. Thank you for joining me today on The Bold, the Bear, and the Ugly. Please hit the subscribe button. Please leave a comment. If you'd like to join my community of traders from all around the world, please go to my website, sktrading.live, a whole new website, whole new technology is coming. Wait, you see what's coming. This is going to change phenomenally for the best. Also, if you'd like to follow me on social media, @official Stephen Kalayjian on Instagram, X, TikTok, and LinkedIn. And I'll be streaming this Sunday from 6 to 7 on my SK Trading YouTube, the Asia session when it opens. And with that being said, please join me next Monday through Friday for the Asia session. I'll be hosting it for my funded futures. And if anybody would like a 5-day free trial to my live stream, please text me your full name and your email to my personal cell phone number, and I will make sure you start Monday to 914-500-7484. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe. God bless you. God bless our troops, and God bless the United States of America. See you Sunday night.